Now you are working on composing letters. Now with letters there is a specific setup that you're also going to need to follow, and that begins on page 82. But also here, as you can find online on my website, the directions basically how to set those letters up are also listed here. Again, margin is going to be a 2-inch top margin just like it was for the memos, and the side and bottom margins will also be 1. Again, the letters are different because you're going to include a return address on there and the address to the person you are going to send to, along with the salutation, a complimentary close, and so on. So it does take a little bit more detail, but you can see an example of one on page 83, and that's the first one you're going to set up. So again, when we set this up, if I have a blank document open, first thing I'm going to do again is make sure that Times New Roman 12 are set. Under paragraph, these are set at 0 and it's at single space. I go ahead and I set up my margins. Go down to custom margins again, make sure that is at 2. Again, this is the same thing you did in the memo so far. So when you get started here, you're going to have the return address, as you can see on page 83. So you're going to have the numbers, digits for the house, along with the street address, so that'd be the first line. I'm just making up some of the numbers here. Then you're going to put the city, state, and zip, followed by the date. Now after the date, as long as you have it on single space, you're going to hit enter 4 times. So I hit enter once, 2, 3, and 4. Now I start out with Ms. Julie, so on. Hit and then the street address, and then the city, state, and zip. So again, this is the person who you are sending it to. This is who the person it's from. Again, you are sending this for somebody else, so you are typing it out for them. Basically, they have asked you to type up a letter to send to another individual. All right, so after you have both addresses in, you're going to hit enter twice. Then here's where you do the salutation. Dear, and then whoever the person is. Hit enter twice again. That's when you type out your paragraphs. So I can say I type out all my paragraphs here. I get down to the bottom. You're going to do your complimentary close. So in this case, they ask for sincerely, and you're going to just double space between the paragraphs and before the sincerely. Now after the sincerely, what you're going to have here is you're not going to use a comma, but you're going to hit enter 4 times. As you see on page 83, it says QS, which means quadruple space. So I'm going to hit enter 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where you type the name. Now the space here, why you do quadruple space is so this individual can sign that. And that's why you do quadruple space. And after that, if you hit enter twice, this one would ask for an enclosure. Now an enclosure is something you would send with that letter, so it would be basically an extra piece of paper. If you see this enclosure on a letter but there's nothing else with that letter, then the person would know that something was forgot to put in there. So you might need to include this depending on what it asks for in the letter itself, or if it's just listed then it's asked you to type. So a completed example here of a letter. This is listed here again. You have the address, who you are sending it to, quadruple space, and you have the sender's address and name. You have the salutation, all the information within. You have this complimentary close, and then you have the name, and then this one uses the word attachment instead of enclosure, which may be kind of synonymous with each other, but make sure to just double check to see what they're asking you to do. And so those are the letters that you're going to have to come up with. Very easy. Make sure you complete all 3 in this case. Page 83 to 84, do lesson 1, 84, lesson 28, L2, and lesson 29, L1. Make sure when you are done with all 3 of them, you print them out, verify them with the master copy, make the changes, and then email all 3 to me, and so I can go ahead and grade those.